Hello, cruisers. Trent here, and today I welcome you to cruise along with me. Today I'll be talking about the Maui fires that happened last week, and just really kind of covering how that's affected me and my cruise life and the cruise industry as the whole, and what we might expect to see moving forward. So I kind of touched this a little bit in my last video, my weekly update, but I kind of felt it deserved a video of itself. So, as most of you know, Maui got hit by some terrible fires. The town that got hit the most was Lahaina. The whole town got burned down, basically to the ground. There's basically nothing left there, which is terrible. The town used to be the capital of Hawaii. It used to be a whaling town back in the day. And when it comes to Maui, it's one of the top tourist destinations on the island as itself. Right now, the Hawaiian government is asking people, please do not travel to Maui. We cannot support these large groups of people. Just please do not. Because of that, a lot of cruise ships are having to change their itineraries and really start going to different ports. Well, a lot of these cruise ships already had ports rented out, so that's causing a lot of cruise ships to have sea days or skip Hawaii altogether. I know my ship, for example, we're skipping Maui altogether for the next few weeks. We do not know for how long, and we're going to Hilo on the Big Island for an extra day and getting Kauai for an extra day. Now, once we do go back to Maui, we will not be going to Lahaina anytime soon. Lahaina, they already announced that Lahaina will not be open until the end of the year. But if you have seen the photos, it is going to be much longer. There are tons of charities, donations coming through from independent people to cruise ships and all these huge companies that have been going to Lahaina. Now, why my ship's a little bit more lucky, and I don't really want to say lucky here because that really should not be the term that I use, but we dock on the complete opposite side of the island. We kind of have our own little terminal, and so we should be able to go back a little bit sooner because we don't dock on the Lahaina side. But most cruise ships that come to Maui, they use Lahaina as a tender pier. And because of that, they may not be able to return to Maui for a very, very, very long time. A lot of cruise ships, they use the same days that we're there, and our terminal we own. They will not be able to use our terminal, so really kind of our ship kind of has an exclusive, I don't want to say ownage, but exclusive rights to that Maui port currently. So I expect my ship to be able to return to Maui way sooner than most other ships in general. And because they're not going to be able to tender in Lahaina, you really have to ask yourself where they're going to go. Disney is already announcing that they're going to be making a cruise ship here that's going to start sailing in October. That's going to be going to Hilo. But right now you have Royal Caribbean, Carnival, and all these other companies that are trying to explore Hawaii. And these ports, usually a port's booked up for a year or two. So if you are on another ship and you're planning on going to Hawaii and your first stop was Maui, your itinerary is going to be looking completely different. And something I'm seeing a lot is a lot of people are frustrated about that. They're saying, why can't we just go to Maui? This is crazy. We just won't go to Lahaina. Again, Lahaina is the main cruise ship stop for a lot of cruise ship companies. It's the main terminal, and it's a tender terminal. Another thing is, again, Maui cannot take these people right now. If you go to Maui, they just do not have any of the equipment or extra goods really to support 2,000 tourists every single day. So I expect us to change it here in the next few weeks, but it's been rough. I mean, even with our, for my ship personally, when we have these new terminals that we go to, or not new terminals, but terminals that we're spending an extra day at, we're not able to get as many tours for them. On Wednesday, when we get to Kauai, we have no tours whatsoever because we were not planning on being here. When I talk to my tour operators, we have some of these tours booked out 2 years in advance. So when something like this happens, you can't just drop your hat and expect to be able to book a whole new itinerary for all of your guests. And I think that's going to be a big problem Royal Caribbean and Carnival and Disney are going to run into, because a lot of these tour companies, you can rent them independently, and people already have them rented independently. Why would they want to make less money having a cruise ship having a cruise ship guest take those spots, when if they sell the tickets themselves, they'll be making more money and they don't have to be worried about all those little side fees that our ships charge them for? So I think if a ship is going to be coming to Hawaii here in the next few months, and if they need to change their itinerary, it's not going to be as good of a vacation as what you were expecting. Which, it sucks. You book this vacation and you may want to think about maybe pushing it down the line a little bit till things get back to normal. But if you come on the ship, just do not be angry if you don't have all of your excursions that you expected to have, or if your itinerary is changed completely, because we were not expecting this. We were not expecting this disaster to hit Maui, and if anyone says they were, that's messed up. I know a lot of people are hurting. We have a lot of native Hawaiians working on our ships, and even people are calling in on the other islands to go and help that island recover. So a lot of the islands you can kind of see the suffering in, because they have, if you on one island, you have family everywhere, and they're hurting. Hawaii's hurting as a whole, and you can really feel that each and every day when you go off the ship and just talking to the natives. I do want to leave it at this. The one glimmer of hope that we do have that I think really is a really good metaphor for the Hawaiian people is lahaina is known for this banyan tree. This banyan tree spreads across acres over this town, and it was given to them by the Indian government 150 years ago. Well, the banyan tree basically got charred, it got burned. It was kind of the centerpiece to this. It's where all of the fairs were set up, all the art stands were set up, kind of just this heart of the town. Well, the Lahaina government announced today that, or not today, yesterday or the day before, that the tree is heavily charred and damaged, but it's still producing sap. It's still absorbing water at a lesser rate, but it appears that the tree is still alive. The roots are still healthy and happy, and they expect, even though the branches are dead, for them to start gaining new buds here in the upcoming months. So just like the town of Lahaina, the banyan tree will slowly start healing, and I'm really excited to see this process over the course of the next few months and years. I never personally got a chance to go to Lahaina, and I'm really disappointed now. But let me tell you, I can't wait for the day to come where I can visit Lahaina and really support the Hawaiian government again. I really do urge everyone that watches this video, if you do have some extra funds, please donate to Red Cross. Please donate to any charity that can help Hawaii recover from this great disaster. Donate clothes, donate food, really anything you can do to help, because they are suffering and they do need our support right now. But cruisers, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions about the Maui fires, the cruise industry, or anything, please let me know. Please like, please comment, please subscribe. And cruisers, thank you for cruising with me today. Stay cruise-tastic.
Please subscribe to my channel. It will make me feel really special.